It's a mess in this attic, lot going on, but there ain't no need to panic. Come on up and join, we getting wild, getting manic. Spitting truth for all you fanatics. Every week got something new to say. Ain't no filter, this shit coming straight from the brain.
It's coming straight from the brain.
Yeah, it's coming straight from the brain.
What's up, everybody? Today is July 13th, 2021. This is A Talk in the Attic, and I'm your host, Kirk Ross. Today's episode, like so many of these Tuesday shorts, will serve a dual purpose. Obviously, it'll serve as the standard episode for y'all. That goes without saying. But on top of that, I'll be using the next few minutes to sharpen my business acumen, which isn't something I've worked on in quite some time. Although it's not official, it's not even unofficial at this point, but anyway, I'm close to landing a strategic sales consulting contract, which would be my first, with a local West Michigan chemical company. More details as they become available. Again, it's not official, won't talk about too much. The prospective team I'd be joining is young and hungry and energetic. I'm already friends with several of them. It's exciting stuff. I won't get into tremendous detail here, but believe me when I say how excited I am to join a team that is interested in growth rather than protecting generational wealth. And that's no disrespect to the generationally wealthy. None whatsoever. I can't afford to disrespect the generationally wealthy. It just happens to be a truism that some companies are interested in growing and others are interested in not shrinking. My last situation ended as a result of a fit issue that stems from this misalignment. Needless to say, I'm stoked at the thought of working with a team whose organizational goals match that of my job description. My gut tells me that this new company will hire me to sell and then actually support that selling process. How exciting, right? The rest of today's installment will be saturated with that which anyone who has ever worked in a corporate office environment knows all too well. That's right, all that inane, meaningless jargon that dominates meetings, destroys morale, and derails productivity. So strap in, corporate America, because this one's for you. Let's start the show. Let's start the meeting. I'll be using my phone for notes today, people. My secretary forgot to print it out. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining this, our 19th annual Attic Industries Corporate Retreat. Now, we have a lot of team members here today. They're going to share a lot of information, but if you don't mind, I'd like to kick us off here today. We here at Attic Industries know exactly what it is that we're here to do, don't we? Right? Unless we forget, we're here to make money, people. Like I said last year, and probably every year before that, this isn't a non-profit, am I right? Right. Our mission is simple, folks. It's simple. We're here to leverage our core competencies in order to not only compete, but to dominate the premium marketplace. But before we can truly leverage that expertise, I'm going to need something from each and every one of you. Anyone know what that is? That's right, buy-in. I need buy-in. I need you to buy into what I'm saying. I need you to buy into what we're building. I need you to buy in. Because until you buy in, you don't have any skin in the game. And what happens when you don't have any skin in the game? That's right. Without skin in the game, we can't empower you to move the needle on your projects. Each of you has been assigned a specific swim lane by your superiors. And within that swim lane, it is you and only you responsible for bringing home the bacon in that swim lane. There's pork products in the pool, baby. I know. We have lots of moving parts here. And sometimes it's hard to really imagine just how scalable everything is when there's this many moving parts. But it's scalable, people. Now, luckily for us, We've committed over 20,000 man hours and even a few hundred woman ones as well to ensure that our best practices are just that, best practices. But this isn't practice, folks. It's real life. It's war. And if Q3 is the battlefield and leveraging our core competencies and competitive advantages is our mission, and we will not rest on that mission until we have all of our ducks in a row. We will not plant the attic flag into the soil of our competitors, nay, our enemies, until we are so vertically integrated that not even the sales director will be able to throw this one over the old Chinese wall, right? Son of a bitch. It's about staying in our swim lanes, sure. But it's also about drilling down. It's about blocking and tackling. It's about synergizing our lessons learned. It's about eliminating unneeded redundancies and making the necessary redundancies as robust as possible, people. Robustness. It's about taking it to the next level. It's about getting on the same page. It's about level setting our expectations. But what isn't it about? What aren't we about here at Attic Industries? Well, I'll tell you quick. It isn't about resting on our laurels. It isn't about circling the wagons. It's not about finding that perfect price point. It's not all blue sky thinking. Take a look at these glasses, folks. You'll see no rose-colored lenses here, because it's time to roll up our sleeves. It's time to get our hands dirty. It's time to get on all fours. It's time to jump into the soup. Come on in, the water's warm, everyone. And if you don't get into the soup, how else will you become an agent of change? An agent of change in such a competitive landscape. But before we run this concept to ground, allow me to pivot a little bit here. I know you all think you're giving 110%. Even those of you who try to claim that 100% is the actual maximum effort you can give. But that's loser thinking, people, because you can give more. And we're not here to boil the ocean while you try to figure out percentages. And just when you think you can't give any more, I need you to dig deep. I need you to go above and beyond. The low-hanging fruit has already been picked, people. And I need to make sure you're not stepping over dollars while you're picking up pennies. Okay? Sweep the sheds. Hell, punch a puppy if you have to. Block, tackle, march! Don't think for yourselves. Make as much money as you can for the corporation so that you might get a chance at a biannual increase. You know the drill. Teamwork, engagement, synergy, autocracy, oligarchy. That's what we're about here at Attic Industries. I'm sure many of you have questions for me, and I can't blame you. You know how important transparency is for me. But unfortunately, the Q&A session has been canceled on account of how full of shit I am. But before we go, I want to remind you of something. And I see some hands raised. Hey, we'll take it offline. Okay? Ping my staff. Maybe we'll get into a deep dive and drill down into this stuff later on. Further down the road when I have some bandwidth open up. Okay? I'm going to be out of pocket until next summer, unfortunately. But I do urge you to try and connect however you can. What I want to say, Attic Warriors, is this. There's a white space out there, people, and it is just begging to be leveraged with our operational excellence and year-over-year profit margin growth. And it will take more than just a list of action items to solve this one. Going forward, you're all going to have to take a high-level view so we can bubble up any serious issues that need prioritization. And then, like we do every year, we'll circle back around and we'll reevaluate. Because it's that cut and dry. Our window of opportunity is now, everybody. Now let's make sure that our body of work reflects those core competencies that we talk about so often. The pillars of success that we talk about so often. The mission statement. You all know it. Okay? We need to unpack that 30,000-foot view by that hard stop deadline so we can truly disrupt this industry. I've got to hop on another call here as I wear a lot of hats in this company, as you probably know. It isn't easy being the guy with your name on the side of the building on the logo, as you'll see. All right? Now, with that, I'm going to hand it over to Sharon. All right? It says here that Sharon has some unfortunate updates about the 401k program and also some sobering news about the impending cutbacks that'll be coming down the pipeline in Q3. And while I got you thinking about Q3, let's try to make this the most productive balls-to-the-wall Q3 in the history of Attic Industries, everybody. Thank you, and peace out.